Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. As always, right at the beginning, I'm going to do a little audio test. Let's see who's out there. Michael's out there. You can be my tech host. Here we go. Ready? As always, right at the beginning, I'm going to do a little audio test. Let's see who's out there. Michael's out there. You can be my tech. So it does sound like my mic is working good. I like to do that before I start babbling. As we know, a few weeks ago, about 2.5 minutes in, my mic was like off. So yeah, I think we got it this time, right, Michael? Yeah, so good. We're all working. We're good to go. We got lots of fun stuff to talk about, you guys. So, grab yourself a drink, grab a nice morning snack, or if you're on the East Coast, a lunch snack. And welcome to the Morning Mug. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we're still good. All right. Yeah, man. What's going on, man? What's going on the East Coast over there, Michael? Everything good? Yeah. You have to work today? Yeah. Yeah. I got to work at some point. This is my daughter's first day, week off of school. She was in last week. So we got a little pickup we got to do today. Yeah. Get this, y'all. This is typical kids today. So the day before the last day of school, some dillhole writes on the bathroom, of course it's a dude, chicks, the men's bathroom stall. It says something like, watch out. There's going to be a bomb tomorrow. Why do we have to go there? What idiots are we raising? Of course, my daughter doesn't do that shit. Now, somebody saw it on the thing, and so they had to call it as a bomb scare, and they canceled the very last day of school. The very last day. All I can think of is that math test must have been a mother on the kid that wrote that on the wall. He's like, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna write a bomb threat on the bathroom wall. Got an A+. So that was terrible. So, the kids didn't get to have their final day. They didn't get to say their goodbyes to friends, didn't get to pick up all the crap that's in their locker right now. So yeah, we got to do all that this morning. So that'll be my reason for an early cutoff today. So can you guys believe that? Unreal. So of course, we got Michael out there, Neil say, what's up? Alan Jackson, sup, dude? Yeah, man. How about that Top Gun Maverick? You're gonna go? Did you? I don't think you saw. I think you said you're gonna go see it. Yeah, we'll talk about old Top Gun Maverick. Pure hangout. What's going on? Good morning from Illinois. What's the time in Illinois? Are you 3 hours behind like all the East Coasters, or are you just the 2 hours behind like my Southerners in Louisiana? Illinois. That's probably 3. I don't know. I'm not good with zones. Vance, hey bud, what's going on? I had just had bowling last night. Killed it. Nice. What was your score? Here's my thing. When I go bowling, I always start off really good, because my arm's all strong when I first start. I'm like, yeah, give me that 10-pounder. You know what I'm talking about. And then, by the end of it, I'm just hucking it down use my name as a verb. Anyway, I'm hucking it down the down the alley there, getting 2s and 3s and some gutters. Yeah. So my strongest score is always my first game. I think I'm sure the best I ever did was over 200. I don't even think I got over 200. But on Wii bowling, I bowled almost a perfect game. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's your day off. Noise. Well, thanks, dude, for coming out and hanging out with me. And like I said, I'm just here for you guys. Just pepper me with all your questions and comments, and we'll talk about. If you want to know anything about the Huckster, I'll tell you. Oh, rolled the 251 first game of the night. See what I'm saying? Now, Vince, did they continue to surpass, or do they get a little lower? Because the arm can't sustain too much unless you're one of these pro bowlers. But damn, dude, 251. Shazam! That's a good score, man. I can never get 251. It's 10 a.m. at Pure Hangout. Word up. All right. I got my first mid-time zone person here. Nice, Pure. That's cool. Because I found that it's either everyone is East Coast, 3 hours ahead of me, or it's me, and they're all, it's 8 o'clock over here. So, yeah, you're in a nice, sweet central time zone. There it is, central time zone right there. Alan says, sorry, I had to step away for a sec. I was in your time. Were you now? Oh, yeah. Nice. I hope you had a good visit, man. Peter Hanger says, tall saw Top Gun Maverick last night on IMAX. Amazing film. Nice and simple. Yeah, dude. See, that's how I saw it too. I saw it. If you guys go see it in IMAX, I don't know, because I put it in my, well, I mentioned it to somebody, and I said, Tom Cruise comes out and he thanks everyone for coming back to the theater. They made this for us. Please enjoy. And some people said they didn't see that. So I wonder if that's just something they put in front of IMAX for those people who pay way too much money for that IMAX ticket. But yeah, in case you didn't see it, if you're in a like one of those 4D SX theaters or just a regular 2D theater, Tom Cruise comes out before the opening of the film and basically thanks everyone for coming, and that they all did blood, sweat, and tears went into that movie to make it a good one for us to enjoy. And yeah, it's a pure, simple. It's great. Like, you don't. It's more, rather than being like, a thinker. Top Gun doesn't need to be a thinker movie, but it's an emotional movie. So that's the trade-off there. It's like there's a lot of really nice, especially if you've seen the first Top Gun, I would just behoove anyone that's ready to go see Top Gun Maverick. Look, Top Gun, it's on Paramount Plus and Amazon Prime right now. If not, it's super cheap on Blu-ray. Go get that. And just check it out and then go see this, just so you get that little extra, nugget of Tom Cruise gold from it, because there's definitely some nice emotional nods and moments to that older film. And it gives you a little extra payoff there. So yeah, do that if you can. That's my recommendation. Little lower. Thanks. Oh yeah, still 209. I wish that was my lowest game. I'd be lucky to hit that as my highest game. I still can't remember if I've even cracked 200. I don't got one of these bowling arms. One of these chicken arms. I don't know. All right. The Untouchables. It's coming in the mail today. Nice. We'll get to some of that in just a minute. I'll do a little recent pickup thing here. We're in Central Time. Oh, Panama City Beach. Nice, man. Nice. Really? That's Central still. Okay. Cool, man. Yeah. So here's a funny thing. So sometimes you get comments. I'll just share this with you guys because it's kind of weird. First of all, I laugh at people that watch a video and say things like, I hate these kind of videos. Well, why did you click on it then? So that you could come over here and say you don't like these videos? So, so a recent comment for Top Gun. No spoilers on Top Gun. But the guy just goes, he thinks it's a Star Wars ripoff. He goes, since you didn't mention that this was a complete Star Wars ripoff, I don't think I can trust your review. Really? So, I mean, when you see it, you'll know what he's talking about. But because I didn't say, hey, there's a Star Wars reference in a Top Gun movie. Oh, now I trust the review. You know what I mean? I don't know. Some people just, I don't know, they need to hit you from the negative side instead of the positive side. Like say, hey, Hawk, nice review. What'd you think of the Star Wars reference? How about you go that route? I don't know. But that's what it is. When you put these up, you gotta I read all the comments. That's my thing. I like to see what people are thinking. And sometimes it's a bit of a, bummer they got to go there. But, I handled it with tact and grace and said, oh yeah, man, I love that reference, hope you enjoy the rest of the film. Thanks for watching. Because I don't want to, I'm thinking of getting a dogfight. Dogfight. See what I did there? Anywho, all right, let's keep cracking here. Mike says, yeah, it doesn't get Eastern time until you pass the Alabama-Georgia line. Oh, yeah. Right on. I don't know why I thought Panama City Beach. Yeah, okay. That's right. Cody, what's up, Cody? Good morning, Huckster. What's up, Codester? Will be the stirs today. I'm still digging how you got your name in that cool font. Jared Runner, what's going on, man? Bloomington, Illinois, where I live. Oh yeah. Nice. All right. Cool. Hey, R&D Studios is here. Good morning, Huckberry and all. All right. So yeah. So I don't know if anybody has seen my. I'm going to do Tom Cruise month. So we'll just jump into the Tom Cruise topic right now. So I'm going to do a Tom Cruise month. And so I did this hilarious video. I had to do this thing. It's a really funny intro. If you guys haven't seen it, go look up my Tom Cruise month video. and watch the intro. It's pretty funny. But then in the middle of it, I talk about, it'd be kind of funny if, like, what would my, and it's not Nick, what is it? Call sign. It's like nickname call sign that goes on your helmet. Say, what would mine be? And I flash on, I don't want to give it away, but something funny comes on, the helmet just pops on my head. But, was it that R&D, like, now I'm just spacing out. Was it you that said Huckleberry on the thing? So I've had a lot of people viewing that already. So I might be, not remembering it, but yeah, somebody said I should have Huckleberry on my Top Gun helmet so that I could constantly quote Val Kilmer and go, "I'm your Huckleberry." I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, cool. I figured it was. So he said, yeah. I mean, that was pretty funny. I was laughing when I read that. So anyway, Top Gun Maverick, if you guys haven't seen, in the theaters right now, it had a killer second weekend. It only dropped about 37%, made like 86 mil on its second week. That is a fantastic word of mouth, keeping that alive, because it did big numbers like Doctor Strange, but Doctor Strange took a 67% dive its second week, and it's pulling in like 900 million worldwide so far. So, gee, what was that? A horse walks in the room. That bodes well for Top Gun if it has the same kind of legs, as long as it doesn't start to completely die once Jurassic Park comes out. Because look, Jurassic Park to me, I totally boned my box office breakdown on Monday. Not that anybody watches those, but I was looking at, I use Box Office Mojo to do my numbers and stuff like that. And they had Block Party coming out on June 8th and then Jurassic Park on June 10th. And because I'm reading and trying to do these things so fast for you guys that when I saw just the one movie and it said Block Party, wide release, June 8th, I thought that was Friday. Because, I mean, why would something like it? Block Party is a BET movie, and it's coming out midweek for some reason. But my brain saw it as Friday. And then when I went to June 10th, 2 days later, I thought, oh, that's the next week. So I'm like, oh, yeah, Jurassic. So it has a whole nother week. No. Jurassic Park comes out this Friday to destroy Top Gun. So I hope it doesn't affect its box office too bad, but we know it'll definitely chew up some of those ticket sales. Faux show. Mike said it's a great call sign. Yeah, if you got some other funny ass call signs, just I can take it. I got a good sense of humor, man. Toss them at me. I'd love to know what you guys think my Top Gun call sign should be. How's everyone doing today? I'm good, sir, and I think my audience members here are doing excellent as well. Love it when you guys stop by in the morning. R&D says Hollywood Reporter said it only dropped 29%. Oh, the good. That means, yeah, because what's the thing? When I do it on Monday morning, predictions are still in because they still have to tally everything, and from that it was a little higher, but yeah, if it's 29, dude, that's fantastic. That's even better. Holy hand grenade. 4K D-Ray, how's it going? It is going well, my friend. You going out? Yeah, are you hitting the stores today? It's 8, 9, 10, 11. It's about 11:15 where you are. And I know my Best Buy opens at 11. So I have a feeling you might be are you going to go out and sniff out some new movies today, buddy? And he and I are going to do a show this Friday. Have to tell you guys about that soon. And Pure Hangout says, my call sign would be Curly Stash. Curly Stash is pretty dope. On your left, Curly Stash, or is it on your 6? Whatever those Top Gun references are. Hang on, I'm gonna call something up here so I can tell you guys about it. Where's the thing? I know it's here somewhere. I will find it. For some reason, it has vanished from my stories. But yeah, Curly Stash, that's good. Hey, man, Movies and Trains. Good morning. It says morning, Hook. Morning. Movies and Trains, we were talking about what our call signs would be if we were a Top Gun pilot. And someone has given me the nickname of Huckleberry, R&D Studios, as so I can be like, I'll be a Huckleberry as I, blast those bad guys to hell. Cajun Flash. That's good. Cajun Flash. Mid-level. What's up, Huck? What's up, Ken? was just asking 4K, are you guys going out this morning? Are you going hunting? Are you on the hunt, on the prowl for some high quality, juicy titles? I won't be. I got to go pick up my daughter's tennis racket because some dill hole wrote bomb scare on the bathroom stall, and they closed their school on the last day of school. Well, I said this earlier. Some kid must have been terrified about his math test, so he's like, "Bomb scare, whew, dodge that F." What a tool! What's wrong with kids? Don't they know? Man. Anywho, let's see. Cody says, your intro really got me. That was hilarious. I'm not even a Tom Cruise fan. I love Cocktail, Tropic Thunder, and Collateral. His luck is gonna run out. Look, when it runs out, it won't even feel like it's run out. I mean, the dude has had a career like no other actor. And, when it's done, it's done. Yeah, everyone, Clint Eastwood hits a point. Harrison Ford's going to hit a point. Now, what do you guys think of the new Indy 5? You think is that going to be worth the wait? See, Top Gun took 36 years. Actually, it was ready 34 years after, but COVID has we've been sitting on Top Gun Maverick for 2 years. That film has been done and ready. In fact, there's I don't know if you guys have heard, but there is a lawsuit coming because when they created Top Gun, it was based on an article from some California newspaper. So they licensed this guy's article. He's like, hell yeah, you can have my article to make a movie. Well, so they licensed the article for the movie, but they never, anticipated making a sequel or doing one or something. But usually producers sort of, foreshadow that, they think ahead and they lock and load those things so that if a sequel rolls around, they're protected, So, and here's the thing, this is a weird thing too. When you buy those rights, this is a new thing. I didn't know about this. I just learned this yesterday. When you buy those rights, you think you own those rights forever. But now there's a thing that says, well, 35 years after you've bought those rights, you bought those rights, you own them. Well, not so much anymore, because after the 35 years is over, the rights revert back to the original owner. Now that owner is dead, but his wife and son survive him. So they are wanting, the rights back. And, of course, they're going to ask for money for the sequel because apparently, and Tom Cruise is one of the producers, no one thought to look into this to see, hey, do we still own this? Can we make this sequel? They didn't look into that. So now there's this possibility that, and these people are saying they're going to have this movie pulled from the theater. They're going to shut it down. I'm like, really? The two of you are going to shut down Paramount and Tom Cruise? Not going to happen. Plus, it kind of behooves you to keep it in the theater because the better it does, the more you can negotiate. So what I think is they're just going to hand him a fat check, right? What if you give him say, here's a $20 million check. Now, you can try to sue us because we're Paramount and Tom Cruise, and we can keep this going until you run out of money. Or 20 million and we'll catch you later. I would whoosh, thanks, yoink. I'd be like Scooby-Doo and the gang. Later, pal. I'd hit the road and party with my 20 mil. Come on. That's when you got to chill. Don't be so greedy. But yeah, so that's happening with Top Gun right now. Who knew? All right. So mid-level. I see what you're doing. Hold on now. Did I read this already? Yeah. Tom Cruise. I love that you love Cocktail. Yeah, that was in my intro too. Cocktail's a guilty pleasure. I'll definitely be watching that during my Tom Cruise month. I haven't seen that in a long time. Look, Tom Cruise flipping liquor bottles. Can't beat that. I was watching Back to the Future Part 2 last night, and of course, it references the lightning storm that happens in the first movie. After I finished watching it, it started downpouring at my house. Oh yeah? Did you hop in your car and try to go back in time? Ken says, I would be Chicken Boy, right? So instead, if it read Chicken Boy, would I just be like, whoosh, I just keep clucking like that, and people don't do that. Don't talk to us. Say there's somebody on my left. Don't go, right? Maybe that'll just be the noise I make before I make the kill. Eat this, right? And then, it's good stuff, Ken. You know me so well. All right, Movies and Trains says, oh yeah, my call sign would definitely be Nimrod. Yeah, right. And he wrote that in my thing, so we could be like Nerd Nimrod. And I guess now be Chicken Boy Nimrod. All right, that's kind of fun, y'all. Ken, what was yours be? What would everybody say? I want to know what everybody thinks their call sign would be if they were a Top Gun pilot. 4K, I got to know what yours is. Would yours just be like, Battle Man? Everything coming in the mail for me this week. School's out, so harder for me to get out alone and do pickups. Yeah, man, I hear you. Yeah, my daughter's sleeping. Look, I told you, like, this is her week off. I'm like, look, Dad's doing a live show, man. So if I'm babbling and yakking and apparently doing Chicken Boy impressions, you might wake up and roll with it. She's not gonna, kid, teenagers, man, they'll sleep till 11. And there's, what's for breakfast? I'm like, tap, tap. It's lunch. Okay, what's for lunch? I thought I heard her just wake up. It'd be kind of funny. Are you awake? Anyway, you never know what you get for like being at home, doing things live. Ken says, all my juicy movies are coming in the mail today. Ah, look at that. See, you guys are just like me now. I just ordered a ton of stuff last night. Not a ton, but like Father's Day is coming up and my wife always says, what would you like? And it's tough, right? Guys like us who love titles and movies, and they don't know what we have or want. And then like I put stuff in my wish list with her, like, oh, I'd love to get this, but then I know where the deals are. So she's like, just go ahead and order them, like save us money, but then just give them to me and I'll give them back to you. I'm like, done. Right? It's a deal, hon. So then I know I'm saving money. I'm getting that 2 for 12 or whatever, or super sale. So I went on a little bit of a super sale shopping spree last night, mostly for catalog titles and whatnot. But yeah. So is that wrong of me? Is that bad for all you fellow collectors out there to buy my own stuff and give it to my wife and say, here, I don't know what's in this box. Act like I don't, open it. Woo! Is that my reaction? Middle says, same here, 4K. Yep. You guys are mail monsters right now. Male monsters. Sounds like Magic Mike part 3 right there. 4K says, true, Ken, hard to do it with the kids with me, especially a 5-year-old. Oh, you got a 5-year-old. Yep, that's a wheeling right there. Kids ain't going to Best Buy with me. They'd be complaining the whole time. For real, man. I always do that. Like if I got my like this morning, I'm gonna go pick up her stuff from school. And then, it's kind of close to Best Buy. It's like 10 minutes from Best Buy. And I'm like, hey, want to run to Best Buy with me? Yeah. You know what I get? See, this is the advantage of her being a little older. She's not 5. So you got to bring those younglings right into the store with you. But she's like, can you just stay in the car? I'm like, deal. Like everything's a deal. Deal with my wife. I'll buy my own movies. Deal. Kids, stay in the car so I can go shopping. Deal. It's all about making these deals, right? You guys feel me? Movies and Trains says, I think that Indiana Jones 5 could be worth the wait, but we already had a legacy sequel in that franchise, and we already know what happened there. Yeah, but it's also fun to have James Mangold take it over now, because I think Steven just fell back into a lot of his same traps for that sequel. And he even said, I'm not going to do CGI stuff. I'm not going to ruin it with. And then right out of the gate, you get CGI prairie dogs going, when he goes flying by on that jet rocket. And then you got the monkeys. So it's like, So not only did you put CGI stuff in there, they were done for comedic goofiness. I didn't mind the ants. I thought the CG ants when they just attacked that dude, like that was good because that was kind of scary. But the other ones, not so much. Steph, what's going on? What's up, Hook? How are you? I'm doing good, my friend. Just, chilling like Bob Dylan, hanging out with you guys, talking about movies and whatnot. R&D says Paramount will most likely throw the people a check. I mean, come on. Like, what have they had for the last 35 years? And look, if he's dead, I mean, she probably doesn't have much longer. So really, it'll kind of go to the kid. So, go for it, man. I mean, just like here's 20 mil. Could you imagine anything? And it'll be something good. Like it's not gonna be like, here's $1 million or 10 million. No, I mean, especially when Top Gun Maverick is like the biggest film right now. And it's lining up to be Tom Cruise's most successful film of all time. It had the greatest opening. It had a very small drop. And I think this could top, I think Mission Impossible Fallout is his highest grossing film so far, but I think this could top it. But then the next Mission Impossible is ready to go right after it. That was a great one. Did you guys see Fallout with Henry Cavill where he locks and loads his guns, man, and gets to work on that dude? That was a great scene in that bathroom. I used that clip in my Tom Cruise video. Brent Madison says Jurassic World Dominion saw a sneak preview and it was okay. I think Universal marketed it as a dino eating people movie and it's not. Oh, it says, but the OG cast are great and do much more than cameo. Oh, good. So that sounds like it'll be more of a nostalgic, heart-filled heartstrings with some dinos tossed in. Well, we'll see. Because if what you're saying is if it's marketed wrong and people are wanting that sort of, dinos munching on people and they don't get that, maybe it could die off a little bit. But Ken says perfect. With some laugh emojis afterwards. And Cody says, Indiana Jones ended just fine with 3. Yeah, 4 was embarrassing. Yeah, Spielberg was smart to move on and realize how much of a mistake it was. It was painful to watch. Yeah, and it's a bummer. I know what you mean. It's painful to watch. Because to me, there actually were a couple of, and I mean just like a couple of good scenes. I actually really like the intro. I love the part where, he's in the warehouse. It's a nice little referential, because they're in a warehouse similar to like a warehouse at the end of Raiders. And he's still getting the whip right, but he's misjudging like distance and stuff like that. It sort of plays into the age. I thought that whole intro was good right up to, the fridge. And then there you go. And actually I said a couple of scenes. I can't remember another one, but I did like the intro. It's kind of sucks, right? It's the whole movie. I'm like, yeah, the intro was great. Yeah, I hope we got us at least I hope he signs off on this one because dude is what 70 something. I mean, I can't imagine he's not like Tom Cruise spry, so he can't pull off stunts. I think like Tom can apparently because he was it was like he injured his shoulder in a practice with the whip. A practice. They weren't even shooting the scene. He was just practicing with the whip, and then done. So yes, Harrison was goodness. Like he was born in 42. So yeah, come on. Yeah, he can't have a whole lot more Indiana Jones left in him. Sorry, I meant to read this. Phone home. Obviously, is that's your that's your call sign? Ken, phone home, chicken boy, right? Phone home. See, that would also suck too, because then they would just think, all right, so who do we trust on this mission? What about old phone home over there? I mean, it's in the title of his helmet. He's no, he'll be halfway there and phone home. Just take off, go back. That's what I would do. Huck, have you ever seen Looper? Heck yeah, I've seen Looper. I love Looper. That was really good. I liked it anyway. I don't know if you liked it. You might say a little bit lower, but I thought it was a really fun film. I thought Jogo Live. I said that to my wife last night because yes, funny you asked that. She just last night asked me if I'd seen Looper because I guess she saw something wants to see Looper, and I said, "Oh yeah, Jogo Live is awesome." She goes, "Who? What now?" I go, "Jogo Live." No, yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. She's like, she just rolls her eyes like, really? I'm like, oh, come on. It's like ScarJo. You got to, it's what all the kids are saying. All the kids. Anyway, see, I tangent so much with you guys. But yes, in other words, I like Looper. R&D says she's having a baby with the bacon. Just arrived from Amazon. Nice. If you're married, this is a must watch. Yeah, I've seen that. See, it's been a long time too. I got to check that out again. Have you seen it recently? I'm curious how well that holds up. It's got the bacon in it. Can't go wrong with some bacon. Cody says, we're all video store kids. Yep, the video store 80s nostalgia will end my generation. Kids watch movies on their phones now. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Constantly, my daughter's great at that, too. I'll look in her bedroom. Yeah, the kid multitask, too. Like, she's playing with her friends on her iPad. She got her phone off to the side over here. She's like, playing and watching. I was like, wow, yeah. I think you imagine, you watch Top Gun Maverick on your phone. No, but they don't care. It's like, it's just as cool to them to see it that way. but it's not. It's not just as cool. Come on. Phone, IMAX. Phone, IMAX. I hear you, though. I hear you, and I feel your pain. I love the video store days, though. You know, like sometimes you would just, it's movie night. And I love not knowing what you're going to get. I love just, maybe there's one new release you want, but then you get like two more just by browsing the shelves. That's the one thing you can't do as efficiently, like when you're when you're on Paramount Plus or Disney Plus, and you kind of now the thumbnails are beautiful. They're represent the thing. It's the poster or it's a piece of art that's put into a little thing, but after you scroll a little bit, you're just like, yeah, I can't find anything. So I just go to YouTube and, I watch one of you guys' videos. That's true though. It's true. Like if I don't know something I specifically want, I'm just watching all you guys on YouTube. It's funny because somebody asked what's the most watched service I have in my house. I'm like, it's not Disney Plus, it's YouTube. I watch YouTube more than anything. Let's see. Got a little off track here. Phone number. Yeah, there it is. So, Movies and Trains says Mission Impossible Fallout is awesome. I can't wait for Dead Reckoning Part 1. Yeah, man. I mean, that's the thing. Like, Cruise he really takes his time and invests a lot of care into all these films. They're really well done. Like, I'm curious, like, he's so in these right now. I'm sort of eager to see something that's not these. I want to see like another Collateral come out, or another Few Good Men, or something like just a nice dramatic piece. Or I would love it if Tom Cruise's next thing is just a flat out comedy because he doesn't give a F, right? That would be the best. Like his character from Tropic Thunder, he's all chubby with the fat fingers. He even said like, I want this character to have fat fingers. I love that was like a desire that he wanted like chubby hands, and he's really good. He's so funny as that. So I don't know. I think, here's what I think. Nothing matters what I think, but I think audiences wouldn't be receptive. It's sort of like Stallone. Stallone's hilarious. If you ever watch Stallone on any talk shows, I don't know how he can be so freaking hilarious and not be good at comedy films. Like that's where I feel like Arnold's got a much better dramatic pedigree to him. That's why when he does things like Rocky and Copland and stuff like that, you buy it. Like, because Stallone is better. This is where he and Schwarzenegger trade off. They both have the action, but Stallone's got the drama. Schwarzenegger doesn't really. He just can't go there. But Schwarzenegger can do comedy really well. Like something about that, his persona, his character, that just does well that Sly can't do. So anyway, we're talking about Tom Cruise doing a comedy. There you go. What do you think? What do you guys think? You think people would care if Tom Cruise did a comedy? Go see it. Waiting on that movie collection video, bud. Haven't forgotten it. Oh no, I haven't. I was telling my wife all about it last night. I'm like, oh yeah, Ken. I don't know if you saw the other night on the album show. No, wait, was the album show? No, it was the. God, I do too many videos. Last week's live show. Stefan said, do a collection video. And so, yeah, it's coming. I just got all these other things lined up, but, oh yeah. I don't believe me. It's a monumental task. So I just got to sort of like plan it out so it fits right into this little sweet spot. Like maybe when the wife and daughter are out doing something, I'm like, okay, now's the time. Crystal Skull is yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's just kind of ebb and flows, throughout. It has a few good moments, but cohesively, it's no Raiders. Although, Ken, I do love that Temple of Doom is your favorite because I do love Temple of Doom. I feel like a lot of people don't go there, but Temple of Doom is fantastic. It's got so many amazing stunt pieces in that film that are just cheerworthy, Like, I don't care how hokey that, raft falling down is. Like, they do it. Like I'm sure there's dummies in it. There's not humans because when it hits, it'll like snap your spine. But if you watch it, it comes out of the plane, it inflates, keeps going down, and it's all done in one shot until it hits the ground. And it stays level until it hits, proving that stunt worked. Now, again, when it hits, that's when you cut to the, close with the actors. Woo, we did it. Yeah, with your, coccyx snapped in half, but that's all right. But yeah, so I too liked Temple of Doom. Ben Graham Heyman says Vanilla Sky is often overlooked. Good movie in the Tom Cruise catalog. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a wicked movie. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be on my to watch list. Michael says, speaking of video stores, what was your first rental? If I remember, yeah, I don't remember, but I mean, it would, when the video store first opened, and if it was a movie, it had to be something like Superman the movie or Star Wars, because those were my favorite films back in the day. And so I'm sure, I had to go for a nostalgic piece before trying something new. Like, right? Because that's the whole thing. It says, oh my God, I can go grab my favorite movie and watch it right now. So without knowing specifically for sure, I am confident in saying it has to be one of the films that I loved at the time. And it's probably, I remember Superman because it was in this big old clamshell, because Warner had these big old clamshell cases, like, they pop open and the movie sat inside of it. I remember that specifically about Superman. So, and there was something about looking at that case, see, kids today, they don't know. They don't know about the looking at the case and, checking out the artwork and just being like, oh, taken by that. And, oh, what am I doing? All right, let's keep going. Tropic Thunder spinoff. That'd be so crazy if that character got a Tropic Thunder spinoff. I'd be down. I would totally watch that. R&D says, it seems the Tom Cruise audio of his COVID rant on set didn't hurt his box office. Look, yeah. And I'm just going to say, I was completely Team Tom on that. 100%. Like, that rant couldn't have been, like, he could have gone more. You know what I mean? Like, that rant, if you look at what he did, that is what had the potential of being shut down. Right? That's, erratic behavior, not following the rules, wearing your mask when it was really still at the height of COVID, could have cost so much money. And that film is not cheap to make. So, yeah, he can rant all he wants, man. He's freaking Tom Cruise. He rants for a reason. And, yeah, I'm down with that rant, man. He was right. Cody says he had every right to, as I just said, rip those crew members a new beehole. For not wearing masks. It's the easiest part of the job. I don't know why I'm having you laugh like kind of some poor man's Joker, but the Christian Bale rant is way worse. Yeah, well, because the Bale rant was more like, wasn't it just some camera guy got, or some crew member was moving around and distracted his acting. So, but Tom Cruise's rant was based on, you could shut this freaking show down, follow the rules, or hit the road. So, yeah, I agree, man, that it was pretty hilarious hearing that back. And the difference is Christian Bale, like, apologized for that. I'm pretty sure, if I recall, ain't no way Tom's going to apologize for that. And he's like, no, that person's lucky to have a job tomorrow. Mid-level says Stallone's got some stinkers. I think you mean all those stingers. I like that. The condominiums line in Rocky 2 is hilarious. Yeah. Or how about, the face on a stamp. Oh, let me tell you this funny story. So I went and saw a screening of Rocky. This was like I guess maybe it was the 25th or 30th anniversary of Rocky. Let's see, 76, yeah, like 30th, I guess. Or, and Stallone was there. So I had heard about it and I got a ticket and I'm like, I am going. He's like one of my favorite actors. And so I happened to choose this one aisle, I don't know, maybe 6 rows from the front off to the side, because in the middle, they kind of had it roped off. Well, as the movie's about to start, in comes Stallone and all this thing. And he goes right into the aisle. I'm in, not on the side, but in the middle part. So it's like, here's the aisle and here's me on the edge of the seat. And then like 2 or 3 over, there's Stallone. And we're watching freaking Rocky together. I'm like, is this happening right now? Really? So they get to and before they start the movie, they talk about the popularity of Rocky and how they're going to put him on a stamp. They're going to put Rocky on a stamp, but they said it's going to be after he dies or something like that. It'll be like a commemorative thing. Like they're not going to do it now. They'll do it later. I'm like, oh, okay. And so we're all watching Rocky, and in the middle of the movie, he goes, I don't know, would you trust if they put this face on a stamp? Like he actually says the line in the movie. And I don't think anyone was thinking that at the time. They were just talking about, its presence in pop culture. And the audience lost it. Everybody clapped and laughed. And even Stone's like, what? Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that. Like that was a very, very funny coincidental moment while watching Rocky. I had to watch along with freaking Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, and he signed my poster over there too. Not on that day, but on another day. Let's see. Where was I? Yeah, for the condominium line. Yeah. Whoops. All right, so here we go. We're back on track, y'all. To mid-level, yes, Les Grossman needs a return. He does, man. I'm telling you, do the Les Grossman movie. I think everybody go see that. Hey, what's up, Ben Buster? You're actually able to make this. Nice. All right, Ben, we all want to know what would your call sign be if you had a Top Gun helmet? Would you just be Ben Buster or just Buster? Shit, shut your pie. Here comes the dog. Ready? He wants to play. R&D says, oh, speaking of soundtracks, Target has Tron Legacy, Daft Punk. Oh, double album exclusive that has amazing white and blue vinyl. Oh, Tim, you hear that? Tim's not here, but I'm sure if Tim catches this on repeat, he's going to want that album. That's very cool. I have not gotten wrapped up into vinyl, and I'm not gonna, because big dick player. That's going to wrap around the helmet, though. That's pretty lengthy title, unless they stack it in small font. And that goes against the whole big dick part, doesn't it? It's happening in my throat. Seeing too much chatting already? Come on. I'm a big Willie fan. What is that? I'm a big Willie. Oh, is that referencing Cody's call sign? Aaron Johnson, hey, says, my favorite of Indiana Jones is Last Crusade because Harrison Ford interacts with Sean Connery. Absolutely. And you hear a lot of funny one-liners between the two of them. I agree. A friend of mine, I went out and got some posters signed. Drew Struzan, who did all of the, I'm going to say all the Indiana Jones posters, but they didn't use his for Raiders, but they did when it was re-released. There's an advanced poster of The Last Crusade that we got signed because that sucker's beautiful. I love Last Crusade. I mean, literally, you got Indiana Jones and freaking James Bond in the same movie together. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right, now let me show you guys real quick. So as I went out the other day, after Top Gun, I was in a zone, y'all. I was in a zone. So I had to go pick up some goodies. First thing I went out and snagged was, Tim knows, I snagged the Top Gun Maverick soundtrack. It would just, it hit me in all the feels, y'all. So I had to go grab that. I'm also a Prince fan. If you guys watched my soundtrack thing, you know how much. Certainly Mika and I and Mel gushed over Prince in Purple Rain. And I guess finally, this is a previously unreleased album from Prince's legendary vault. And this was over at Target. So I can't believe it took this long. You know, when people pass away, you wonder how long it's going to be before, a label cashes in on that and does a quick cash grab. But this was a long time coming. So I just picked this up. See, still sealed here. Top Gun is not sealed. That's already in my playa in the car. And then, so I went to the thrift store afterwards. And because Mika got me all fired up, I picked up the Bodyguard soundtrack. She really sold that for me. I used to have it and I couldn't find it. So these are all 99 cents. Check this out. I got a greatest hits from Cher. I found someone, right? And gypsies, tramps, and thieves. What is happening? I think my throat's telling me. You gotta stop talking, Huck. Now, if you think those are funny, do a 180. I picked up a Hip Hop 2. I mean, look at this. You got Wild Thing, Motown Philly, Rump Shaker, Parents Just Don't Understand, Pray, Here Come the Hot Step Up Murderer. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? I love that song. My Prerogative. Yeah, man. Good stuff. You can't go wrong with hip hop. I love hip hop. And then this is weird because you guys know I'm an editor, so I always pick up goofy stuff like this. 101 sound effects. Because you never know when you're going to need a group of women screaming. I don't know why I would ever need that in a video. Fingers on a chalkboard, monster growling, an owl, cry of the owl. Although I already used an owl screech in my Top Gun or my Tom Cruise video. Owl sirens. Look, for a buck, an editor like me always loves some good sound effects. All right, then I headed over to, and this is this advanced sneak peek. I haven't even posted this video yet. I picked these up at the same thrift store that had the audio because my boy Johnny Depp has been acquitted. He's vindicated. He came out on top. He's good to go. I found this Donnie Brasco sitting in the old discount bin for $4. Yeah, man. I don't even quite remember this very well. Kind of even don't remember if I liked it, but I don't know. I was feeling some Johnny love, y'all, and had to just pick that up. And then this is a pretty cool flick. I found this Bradley Cooper in Limitless. Snagged that. And then to add to the horror pile over there, we got some World War Z with Brad Pitt. So that was my run after the Top Gun movie. Super excited. And then I got a Groove box in. So here's my Groove box. And I just picked up one of those. You got 2 Blu-rays for, I don't know, like $10 or something like that. So I had to get 4. So I made sure I got the deal. So these weren't in my collection. So I picked up Money Pit. I had to unwrap this though. The Money Pit was like, for some reason, it was being smashed by the packing bubble. So the cover was all dented in, like curved in. So I just had to grab another case so it looked nice and perfect. So yeah, so I got Money Pit. I got the new Dawn of the Dead and Land of the Dead. Anybody got any of these funky title? Like, I've never seen Land of the Dead. I need an original Dawn of the Dead. I still don't have that. John Candy Love, Dan Aykroyd, Great Outdoors. Pick that bad boy up. And Ken, you talked me into it. I did it. Couldn't say no. Picked up Dante's Peak. I had to do it. Look, I couldn't get the 2-pack with that in Daylight because I already own Daylight. So now I have the single of Dante's Peak, where he drives a car on top of the lava and it melts the wheels, but he keeps driving. I mean, how much more believable is that? That was on the other day. I'm like, wow, that's a durable car, man. I don't know how they're getting out of this. It's still better than, you guys seen Volcano? Yeah, that's supposed to happen right here in California on Wilshire Boulevard. That's hilarious. That's a pricey little Blu-ray if you can get a hold of that. So yeah, those are some of my recent pickups, y'all. Ben's at mid-level, getting jiggy with it. I think he is. This is that too, Ben. But I was talking about Willie from Temple. Oh, very good, very good, very good. Big old Willie fan. See, that had so many references because someone, Cody just before you said he's a big dick player, big Willie fan. That was kind of weird. Will Smith, but now we're all good, right? Camp Willie. Yeah, that's the thing too. Everyone says Willie was annoying. I thought she was also meant to play it that way, and I think Kate is perfect doing that. And she does that intro of Temple of Doom is still my favorite intro. Like the one from Last Crusade is good with River Phoenix as young Indy, very good. But and the boulder's pretty iconic from the first one, but the level of excitement from that Temple of Doom intro, where he's very like suave, like Cary Grant looking in that white tuxedo, and almost a little Bondish in tone. The guy is sitting down with the bad guy. They do an exchange, and then all hell breaks loose. That's probably my favorite intro of all the indie movies. I remember watching Crystal Skull in theaters as a kid, and I thought it was okay. The best for me is The Last Crusade. Saw it many times on VHS. Yes. Skips! What's up, man? Have you seen Northman? Your thoughts? Watched it last night as my 4K arrived early. Really enjoyed it. Nice. Nope, I haven't seen it yet. It's on Peacock right now. So and those things, like, I like those. I wouldn't say those are my cup of teas, but I do enjoy them probably more of a one and done kind of thing. So maybe I'll check it out on Peacock, and if it's really good, I'm like, oh, that's a must have. Then I'll add that to my purchase queue. And Ken, oh, by the way, so Ken, I'm gonna back this up and tell you, Ken from Mid-Level Media, you guys know him. We were watching your video with Michelle, and I had my wife watch this. I want you to watch this with me because I want to show you what Ken does with his wife. I think I tell you this already, and she was laughing. She was just like, like every time, like Michelle would go, like roll her eyes or look at the numbers. Like my wife was like, like doing that. It's like, and how much did you spend this month? I'm like, oh, I wasn't anywhere near what Ken spent. So yeah, I think she gets a big kick out of your videos with Michelle. Wasn't that wild though, dude? Like it was like double what you did the month before. Yeah, don't make that a habit that it doubles every single month. I know when it gets around to July, because we have those Criterion sales coming, some damage could happen there because those, even on sale, those are 20 to $25. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So Ben's laughing. Okay, let's see. Mid-Level says, as a boss myself, I can tell you that people do not listen. I'm sure Tom warned them 100 times before he went off completely justified. Yeah, no, it's true, man. People, and they just get all complacent. They're like, this is stupid. Okay, I mean, this guy's employing you, on a multi-million-dollar budgeted film, which you're lucky to have during the pandemic, and you want to just roll your eyes at the most successful guy in movie history right now. Amen. Middle of media, you tell him. It says my call sign would be the Gray due to my first name. Oh yeah. There you go. Just Gray. Get him, Gray. Movies and Trains says I need to get a copy of the Maverick soundtrack. Yeah, it's got Miles Teller. Yeah, rendition of Great Balls of Fire. It's really good, and he's got a very raspy voice. You don't quite hear it that way in the movie because everyone's singing with him, and the crowd is with him on the track, but it's more of his performance on the track. You're really gonna like it. It's such a good track, and yeah, guys, if you haven't seen Top Gun Maverick yet, I just want to say how absolutely perfectly cast Miles Teller is as Goose's son. He's got sort of that tall, angular quality that Anthony Edwards had as Goose. He's even got the Goose stash going on. Yeah, although he probably looks a lot better with his shirt off than Anthony Edwards did because Anthony kept his shirt on. But yeah, he was so well cast. Oh man, I just love a spoiler thing. Just to get some of you guys on, we all just talk about it. I just want to talk about it because there's so many good moments in that film, especially between him and Tom. I can't tell you what they were because I just can't. We're not gonna spoil nothing. Anthony's Horsmore, hey man, says, what's up, pimps and pimpettes? Just pimping, yo. Just sitting there on a Tuesday, pimping it with my friends. And Ken says, what's up, Anthony? And he says, hey, back. Sinistef says, I thought Donnie Brasco had it all going, but the final act, so anticlimactic. Nonetheless, a good movie. Okay, good. Definitely worth a look then. Although this is Tom Cruise month, so I'm going to have to put him in my watch it later stack. Anthony's Horror More says, I saw Top Gun Maverick yesterday, and that was one of the best theater experiences I've had in a long time. So, man, tears were shit. Dude, I'm telling you. Here's the thing, too. I was in the IMAX theater, and it was the first one of the day. It was 11:30 in the morning. I thought, I'll go in the morning. It won't be that crowded. I'll have some seats open next to me. No, people sitting right next to me. Big old tall dude on this side. It's like Goose, Goose's son, what up? And then this little lady here, And so I was just like, oh man. So I got my drink. I gotta make sure I'm not drinking the wrong drink. And I'm trying to be cool. You're like, oh, popcorn. This popcorn's good. Yeah, whatever. You just grab a tissue and go, whatever, man. Oh my God, that was so good. Yeah, some good man tears on that. That is my second favorite disaster film. Dante's Peak. Yeah. Nice. I didn't have that for my disaster month. It's never too late to go back though. Skep says, if you don't like the original Top Gun, would you? I mean, I don't. Yeah, if you didn't like the first Top Gun, it's wholly its own movie. But if you watch the first Top Gun, it has referential moments as it should to that original film. So if you at least if you've seen it, you'll get a little bit more out of it. Now, if you didn't like it, I mean, I still think it's a great movie. Like, I think when I left this movie, I remember leaving Top Gun, or when I was a youngster, going, that was a good movie. But I left this one going, that was a great movie. You know, like, I don't know. It's hard to say because I have seen Top Gun and I appreciated those references that, you know, that brought in those man tears, you know, and made it better. So yeah, I don't think you need to see it, but it helps if you have. Hey, Anthony's Artemis says, smash that like button for a hug. Thanks, man. Oh, so let me tell you something. So this happened to me. This happened to me, and this is a real story. So YouTube just happened to tell me recently, hey, you're eligible for super chats. And I always forget to mention that I do super chats, right? And there's this other thing called super thanks. So let me tell you what that is. So super thanks is this thing right down here, right? You get this button. By the way, look at this Top Gun Maverick, man. It's like doing really great. And so you have super chats when you're doing a live show like this. This will have like a super chat. And then if people want to donate to the channel, which happened to me on my very first, soundtrack thing on Friday, and I was absolutely flummoxed, blown over, hornswaggled, touched, had some man tears going. So yeah, I just want to shout out again the 3 people that threw me some super chats. It was Mr. Rigby, tossed me a $10 super chat. Gus Amoretti. Gus, are you, let's see, check again. Is Gus in here? Gus, are you in here? Sometimes Gus is in here. I can't see Gus, but yeah, he threw me a $9.99 super chat. And then Mel, because she was absolutely like dying with Tim Talks Talkies singing, she tossed me $5 to make Tim sing a little bit more. And I just couldn't believe that. So I was super touched by that. And it popped up at the top, and I was like, what is that orange yellow thing at the top of my thing? And it was a super chat. So I just want to thank anybody that does that. So that those who do this know you don't make any money doing this at all. Like I'm just going to give you a peek behind the curtain. I've been doing this for a year and a half now, started like last January. So yeah, a year and a half. And I've not gotten paid from YouTube yet at all, no matter how much I churn out, no matter what I do, because you have to make over like $100 and you're making like pennies, half pennies, at a time. So we do this because we enjoy doing it because it's fun. It is certainly not for the money. And you don't even get paid until you hit $100. $100. And did I mention I haven't gotten paid yet? So that tells you what I haven't made yet. But anything that I get, like those super chats were super nice and helpful. All of that's going to go back into the channel. I will go on Blu-ray hunts with it. I'll upgrade equipment, whatever it is. I've told my wife I will dedicate any little penny to this channel because you guys have been awesome. So yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Rigby, Gus, and Mel for their support. And then I think I was telling you, so these wicked little things, so these super thanks, these are more of a way, if you're watching a video that's not live. So if you watch my Tom Cruise video or my reaction to Top Gun, you can do the same thing with those on the video. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to share that with you and say, Ken, what are you doing? Okay. So as I'm saying that, just to share, because I couldn't believe it. Ken says a little money for the chicken boy prayer. Okay. Want to watch? Want to watch? You want to watch? You want to watch? Huh? You want to watch? Come on. You want to watch? Let's watch. Woo! You want to watch? Let's go. There you go, man. Okay. That was a real quote from the movie. Just for you, man. Oh, Ken. Thanks, man. Thanks. Look at that. That just that's super nice. Super nice. I know you get some of those too. I don't know what you felt when you got your first one, but those they touch me, man. Thank you, Ken. That's super nice. Super. I just don't even know what to say. That's just the fact that anybody like watches makes me happy. You never know, right? You never know who's going to tune in. Let's see. I'm flummoxed, y'all. I don't even know where to start. Let's see. Pimps. Hey, Ken. Let's see. Sorry, I'm all distracted. Thank you, Ken, for that $5. That was so nice. And now you may have just put me over $100. Like Ken, like just not like that's how close I was. By the way, again, it's been a year and a half now. You have a lot more views. Like Ken knows. Ken's doing great. You're doing great, man. You're at 10K, buddy. Mad props. So when you get rolling like that, it helps. But when you're down here on the small part of the food chain, it takes a little while to get that hundy. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see. Saw Top Gun Maverick. Shadow. Good Lord, I'm this behind. Smash that like button for. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. I didn't enjoy the first Top Gun too much, and I'm in love with the new one. Oh, there you go. See, perfect. See, there's another. Go see it. Yeah, it's its own movie with some referential goodness to the original. Family Guy joke about Willie being in Temple of Doom because she was sleeping with the director is priceless. Oh yeah, okay. Family Guy's hilarious. I gotta go look that up. Ken says hard to say. Scaps. It's a better movie than the first in my opinion, but you need at least somewhat to like the first one. Yeah, that's what I was saying too. Yeah, it really helps too. And I enjoyed that first film. I was like, we went at a risky business, and then you had Top Gun and Legend came out at almost the same time, and Legend tanked, which helped put more focus on Top Gun. So probably the smart move. Miles Teller is a brilliant actor. Whiplash is my favorite movie of the 21st century. Nice. Michael says, I watched Rain Man for the first time yesterday. It was good, but not my favorite. Okay. Yeah, their interaction though is really good. That's what makes that movie, I think, is Tom and Dustin. I just gotta click on that again. Oh, thanks, kid. That was super nice. Was that good? Did you like my chicken boy? Money well spent. I'll do anything for $1. I'll buy that for $1, right? I'll cluck and quote and whatever you guys need. Oh God, I need to see what time it is. It's okay. It's 9:00. Yeah. I got to get my daughter up here in a minute because today is the day we got to go in and drop off books and pick up her stuff. This kid, she's gonna sleep late until I wake her up. Some chum for the Sharks. All right, let me see real quick before I wrap this. Yeah, no goodies there. So we did that. Oh. Okay, it's in my description. So we gotta chat about it real quick. We had ourselves, if you were following like I was, the glorious trial of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And without getting too much into it, I have a video that I reacted to the verdict. I was super excited that Johnny got justice for the incredible treatment that he sustained with Amber Heard. And what I hope now from this victory is that Hollywood will stop turning its back on people when they just hear something. Like get to the like right now with The Flash with Ezra Miller. I think they've spent way too much money on that film, Flash. Hang on a second. And they're not just going to throw that away. You can't reshoot all of that stuff and come out with a profit. So they'd rather bank on Ezra Miller, find out why he's doing what he's doing, maybe give him some treatment. Look, we all welcome Robert Downey Jr. back to movies with Iron Man. I mean, he was, in jail and doing drugs and having a hard time, but they gave him a second chance. And so people like Johnny Depp, they're going to deserve a second chance, especially when they've been proven right. So I don't know if he'd ever do another Pirates movie, but I would be down with whatever his next project. I heard that they're going to do a Beetlejuice 2. It's a long time in the making, but hey, it was 36 years between Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick, right? I'm not sure Beetlejuice 2 would be nearly as a hit, but yeah. So, and they say Johnny Depp is supposed to be cast in that because, Burton and them like him. So I'm all in. If Hollywood brings him back, and they should. Now, what will they bring back Amber Heard? I seriously doubt that because she has been known to be extremely batshit crazy and manipulative. So that doesn't bode well for people in the long run. So there you go. That's my 2 cents on that. Thanks, Ken. That's what I figured. It's tough to say, as Tom has changed so much as an actor from cocky kid to older and flawed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as he should grow. I mean, like even in the film, all the youngsters were his age in the first Top Gun, and they're calling him, "Thanks, old man." I was like, yeah, I mean, he's in his 50s. Yeah, he's the old man now. So, but he still can run circles around those dudes, Let's see. Just curious, Cruise 62. Oh wow, guys, Tom Cruise was born in 62. So you telling me at 60 years old he was doing all that? Holy hell. I need to hit the gym or something. Good God. That's how good you can look at 60? Nice. Get him, Cruise. Well done. I don't know what he's drinking, but I'm gonna go get me a jug. Scab says, thanks, Anthony. Cody says, can't wait for Beetlejuice 2. Yeah, man. I'm all ready. Tim Burton, let's go. Hard pass on Beetlejuice 2? Really? Hard pass? Like, even without seeing like a trailer or nothing? I know it's one of your all-time faves. Now, why would that be a hard pass? Because, well, hang on. You say something. Anyhow, look. Ben says, sick and tired of having sequel movies that don't need sequels. Yeah. Oh, like Beetlejuice. Yeah, I mean, you don't need a sequel to Beetlejuice. I wish they would just put him in a new film. Yeah, Sam. So, yeah. Oh, I think I skipped one. I'm still waiting for Johnny to be on trial for trial. Absolutely. Yeah, dude. Guilty. I feel like those are like old dudes in Superman on the wall. Guilty. Yeah, that was a weird movie. Yeah. It's funny because every time my daughter reads a book, we always tell her, hey, when you're done with the book, we can watch the movie versions. So we watched, all the Harry Potters. This kid's a reading machine. All the become Hunger Games, Lord of the Rings, and that one, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So we watched the Willy Wonka first, and then we watched that one. So yeah, that was a hard one to watch. They're not all winners. But Cody says, I was joking. Leave it alone and make something new. Except Top Gun. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's, so sometimes you just go, well, there's a movie we didn't know we needed a sequel to or asked for. I guess they had been coming at him for a long time, like over 10 years ago. They were like, hey, do a sequels, and none of them were ever right. Script's got to be, Tom isn't just going to say yes to any script. It's got to be something good, especially if you're waiting 36 years. Because it's in my top 5 of all time. I know for a fact they would ruin it. Yeah, I think you're right, Ken, because it's the same thing goes with E.T. There's a reason we don't have, nor do we need or want a sequel to E.T. Like, those things are legendary. Beetlejuice stands alone. Now, had they done Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian, that was like the sequel that was supposed to come out just a couple of years after, I think that would have felt more natural because that was a hit. And then here's the sequel. Oops, excuse me. And here's another, but the fact that no sequel had ever been made and now it's standalone, you run the risk. Look, Top Gun Maverick is an enigma. I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you wait 20 years, for example, Independence Day. Okay. We all grew up on Independence Day and it was a theatrical phenomenon. The trailers were fantastic. People walking out, looking up into the sky, seeing the clouds. You don't know what it is. And all of a sudden it's aliens and these ships that are 15 miles wide. And it was just, and it delivered, right? It delivered. But then 20 years later, 20 years it took you to do the sequel. And it just was not good. It wasn't good. And that's the kind of damage that can be done by waiting so long for a problem. Because now 20 years is a whole nother generation of people. Like we were Independence Day and then Independence Day Resurrection or Resurgence or whatever the hell it's called. That's a whole new audience. Like, yes, we'll probably go see it, but it's been 20 years. So we're not hungry to go out and see it. So therefore that film has got to appeal to the younger crowd, but it's a sequel to a film we saw. So it didn't interest anyone and it wasn't that good. So the only time, and once in a while you get away with like these moments of genius. This one, 36 years later, 6 years after Alien, we got Aliens, Yes, that's a long time, but I mean, it was almost that long between a couple of Bond movies as well. But Cameron pulled that off very well. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you get lucky with gold. Most of the time, you shouldn't have done it. So, yep, that's my 2 cents. Good Lord, where am I? Except Top Gun. All right. Yes, Ken says, gee whiz, get so behind. How do you guys keep track of these things? Cody says, aren't they making a new Willy Wonka movie called Wonka? Sorry, but Gene Wilder is my one and only Willy Wonka. I hope not. I mean, really? Willy Wonka? Has there been like this desire? Look, like I got a hot take for you. I like Willy Wonka. I don't love Willy Wonka. It's kind of a batshit crazy movie. It was fun when I was growing up. It's got some interesting songs, but someone's like, oh my God, how many songs are in this movie? And then we had the sequel that was not that great. I don't need a rebranding of freaking Willy Wonka of all things. The candy guy? Ronald Reagan, the actor? Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, if they're doing Wonka, I don't know. Not interested. It's like Ken with Beetlejuice too. Not interested. Scaps, no problem. And he says, enjoy the movie if you decide to check out Maverick. Yeah. Check it, man. Check it. Ken says, like what you do. Like, what would you do with an ET2? He comes back. That would take so much away from that beautiful ending of the first. Yep. I mean, it's a perfect film. It's a perfect film. Make another. Don't do it. Don't need to make another ET. It is a perfect film. And if Spielberg has anything to do it, look, he even messed with it because, Lucas messed with Star Wars. I don't know. So if that he got in his head, maybe they're sitting on that same beach, when Star Wars came out, he's like, all right. Oh yeah. So this is a great story. You guys all know this, I'm sure. But when Star Wars was coming out and Steven had Close Encounters coming out, they both went to this beach to get away and saying, well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you points from my movie and you give me points from your movie. Well, Spielberg fared a little bit better on those points being swapped. So that was a nice that's a fun thing to be able to say with your friend and then live up to that. But yeah, I mean, so Spielberg if he has say in ET, he's not going to want to touch that. But anyway, so what I was saying is he went back and he took all the guns out of the guys and put walkie-talkies in their hands. It's like, no, the threat to ET are men with guns chasing him down. They're going to kill him. Not, ET, speak to my mom. She's on the speaker. I mean, walkie-talkie. Yes. So thank God when he put that on 4K, he's like, look, here's the movie that I made. They have guns back in their hands. So thank you. Yeah. You don't have to mess with your movies, people. R&D says, when they wrote the books, E.T. had a second book and story. Well, hopefully it wasn't good because I'm with Ken. I definitely don't think we need an ET2. If they do it, like, they're going to wait till like Spielberg dies. Like, as soon as Spielberg's done, yeah, ET2, green light that sucker. No, it'd be like, Eminem is ET. Cody says they'll be remaking these movies long after we're dead. Yep, we're all going to be rolling in our graves. Yep, well, look, as long as we don't have to see them, right? Ben says they're making a young Willy Wonka movie with Timothy Oliphant as Wonka. Don't care. Don't need it. Like, really? Willy Wonka? We got to know his backstory? Oh boy, Willy Wonka backstory. I mean, I love Timothy. I'm sorry, that's Timothy Chalamet. I'm thinking Timothy Oliphant in my head, who's of course much older than that. But yeah, no, really, what? Okay, I didn't say I hate Wonka. I said it's okay. I said it's. I don't. Ken, I didn't say I hate Wonka. I said a hot take is it's just okay. Yeah, I like it. I've seen it. I even bought it on 4K, so when I get in that Wonka mood. But like, it's not like a Back to the Future ET kind of love, like I'm like, oh, Wonka, it's like, top 20. No, it's good. It's good. And we'll just leave it at that. Don't hate that movie. What you trying to do, son? All right, Ben says, blasphemy. There ain't no blasphemy. Well, I'm going to have to play this thing back. I think you guys misinterpreted what I said. Or maybe I said something stupid. I don't know. Maybe I'm possessed by the chicken boy right now. Anthony says, what's your favorite movie genre, Huck? My favorite genre is science fiction. It's my fave. It's my fave. I'm a sucker for it, man. Yep. I know. There's a lot of horror lovers, including yourself. Got it right there in your title. But I get all giddy more for sci-fi. Like on my right behind me, I redesigned my shelves to go by genre because I wanted to treat it like a blockbuster video kind of thing. And that's done really well. It's like I've enjoyed sort of going right to like that way. When I'm in a mood for comedy, I just go right there, and then things are still alphabetized within those genres, so it's still super easy to find something. But yeah, I got more sci-fi fantasies on my shelf than I do horror movies. But I do like a good horror movie. In fact, I'm trying to pick up Cujo. You guys got Cujo? I was in a Cujo mood the other day. I was like, I ain't got no Cujo. Gotta give me some Cujo. You don't say that very often. I need to get me some Cujo today. Really? You feel okay? Brian, hey man, what's up? He says they would just get CGI ET if they made a new one. Hollywood loves computer out. Yeah, that's like the new thing. I actually enjoyed the new thing. I thought it was fairly well done. Can't remember you were talking about the thing and that it connected to the John Carpenter one. So, back in October, I went ahead and watched that. And yeah, if you can get past some of the bad CGI in the film, I really enjoyed it, actually. I liked the how it led right up to the dog running in the snow and the helicopter chasing it. And then that is literally the exact opening of the thing. I'm like, well, that's good. All done. Don't do a third one. Don't do what happens after Kurt Russell. I mean, because it ain't Kurt Russell anymore. But anyway, that was a nice prequel. No, if you don't love it, you hate it. No in between on the internet. I forgot. The old internet rules. Love it, hate it, no in between. All right, I busted. Suck it, Wonka. There, I owned it. Ryan goes, Blue. Willy Wonka is kind of an ass. Although he's rude. Oh, no, yeah. He's an a-hole, and he doesn't give a S that dude, like, Augustus Gloop, whatever, falls into the chocolate and then gets sucked up the tube. Yeah. Tainton. What if he tooted in that chocolate? You'd never know. I'm just saying. People gonna eat that shit. See what I did there? All right. Cody says, it's the cheaper alternative, Brian. Why actually capture the effect on camera in real time? Ready Player One, anyone? Look, I know what you're saying, but I liked Ready Player One. I just loved all that nostalgia flying at my face. I had a hell of a good time with that film. Yeah, I did. I like that movie. Ready Player One was meant for computer effects, though, Cody. Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, it's just chock full of so many good references. And I love when the dude is like, he's got the chant to open the thing, and he's all, Anal Nathrak Ufos Betha Noctel Dienve. The fact that I know that, super nerd right there. You guys know what that's from? Like when he's chanting? Like that's a deep pull. Like Spielberg, I don't know who thought of that to write that in the script, whether it was Steven or somebody that's from the movie Excalibur. It's an old movie, y'all. Little John Borman film, Excalibur. And they had Merlin, Nigel Williamson. He's plays the wizard, and one of his chants to bring, the magic moment of that movie is that chant. And when we started chanting it, I just lost my stuff. My friend, who's like about 8 years younger than me, he has the home theater. He didn't know what he was chanting. So just to be off by a few years, you wouldn't even know Excalibur. So yeah, that's a silly tangent I just went on right there. You don't like Wonka. You lose. Good day, sir. Look, I didn't say I said good day. All right. Okay, here we go. Cody says, I saw it as old Spielberg shooting 10% of a movie and then sending off to the effects studio to film the rest. Lazy filmmaking? I don't know. I can't agree with that because I had too much fun with that film. That's my thing. That was a really cool how they did that. I was pleasantly surprised by The Thing 2011. Yeah. I was, again, it was a well-made film. It just didn't, you missed those Rob Bottin practical, the head coming out and the legs coming out, walking across the floor. You missed that kind of visceral, in-camera live effects. They can't and won't do that much anymore. I think there's still once in a while you see a couple of practical effects. And look, Top Gun's a product of practical effects. They did a lot of that flying. There's very little CGI. Well, I say very little CGI. Did you see the list of CGI talent? I'm like, Huh. That's a lot of CG people, but it could be like that could be anything. That could be backgrounds. That could be additional jets in the background. It could be the smoke and missiles and things like that. But we know Tom and company got in those cockpits and did some flying. Faux show. Anthony says, "What are some of your favorite sci-fi movies?" I love me some Blade Runner. Yeah. It's funny because when I first saw Blade Runner, wasn't a big fan. Like most people, I think when it first came out, I was like, "Huh." I think because you're used to him being Han Solo and Indy at the time, but yeah, I mean now it's become like a super classic. Definitely, obviously, love Star Wars. Grew up with that, and Empire. Empire is a perfect film. Empire Strikes Back is a perfect film. Absolutely great. And I like some older stuff too. I love the original War of the Worlds. Oh man, that's a great film. Criterion put one out. I know Ken, you got that one. That the image quality on that release, and that's Blu-ray. I don't need 4K because that Blu-ray on the War of the Worlds from Criterion is freaking a masterpiece. It's so good. I also like The Day the Earth Stood Still, the original black and white. Klaatu Barada Nikto. Now that's something I'd love to see get a nice little upgrade on because I got the Blu-ray on that. But that's that's good stuff. That's a good classic right there. RD's got to go. Have a great day, Hook. Have a great day yourself, sir. I got to be wrapping up soon. I just heard my daughter wake up, so got to get her out, get her getting some breakfast so I can go take her to school and pick up stuff. He says, later, dude. Also says, the Thing 2011 cut without CGI would be gold. Yeah. I mean, it needs them. I mean, if you redid them with more practical, it'd be even better. Anthony Hart says, Ready Player One got pooped on, but actually I really enjoyed that film. The Shining sequence. Oh yeah, that was really good. Plus the Mega Godzilla versus Gundam. Come on. Yeah, look, here's the thing. When I saw it with my friend in his home theater, didn't know anything about it other than maybe the trailer. And just every little moment of these, and it's like that in the book. It's meant to be these referential pieces coming at you, and the ones that they were able to use. I mean, you got the Iron Giant in there. If you guys love the Iron Giant movie, like I do, like just seeing the Iron Giant as part of the film, and the old school '66 Batmobile, which doesn't fare well, by the way. He's like, ring, falls off the cliff. I'm like, you could have given that Batmobile at least one cool moment, but no, it came to a sliding stop and they got knocked off. I was like, oh, but it was in there. I love this. And the A-Team van is in there during the chase. Come on. Yeah, I'm all in. That's a freaking great movie. See, that's my thing. That was a great Criterion release. Yes, it is, man. It's so good. It looks great. Now, the thing is, it's such a pristine, beautiful transfer. You can now see a lot of the wires that have the ships. Thankfully, they don't move that fast. They move pretty slowly, so they don't like rock or anything on the strings. But yeah, God, it's such a good transfer. It's so good. But that's all it is. Anthony, nostalgia bait at its finest. Yeah, I guess referencing other things in your movie is what makes a movie nowadays. Well, no, but if you can reference it in a kick-ass way, that some people enjoy. Like there's a lot of referential things that, aren't winners. But that one I thought was pretty good. Yeah, guys. All right. I think we're coming to our close here. It's about 9:30. I got to get crack-a-lacking, get my day rolling. Got work to do and head out to my daughter's school. But thank you, everybody, for coming in this morning, just chatting and hanging out. I hope we got to everything and everyone. Ken, thank you again for this delightful super chat. You're amazing. Yeah, you're the OG, bro. 4K D-Ray, you still in there? I know you guys are out, waiting at home today. So enjoy all your movie hauls that you get in today. Can't wait to see everybody's videos and what you guys picked up. If you are going out today or any day of the week, enjoy your hunt, man. Hunting is so much fun. Or if you just get online, half the time I enjoy hunting online. I have my tabs up. I literally have 15 tabs for all the different places. So I got a cat for like Kino and Vinegar Syndrome and Groove, and then it just goes all the way across. And I try to I got to stop checking those every night, it's getting a little too time consuming, but at least once a week is a good check. So, but anyway, guys, that is going to do it for now. I want to thank you so much for stopping by the Morning Mug. Thanks again for the super chat, and everybody, you guys have a cool day and a better tomorrow. So until next time, catch you guys later.